the Double Dog Bear.
Good morning. We're here with a wonderful bunch of students from DeSoto Elementary School. We're here for another book talk, another kids talk. We're going to be talking about this wonderful book, if you want to zoom in on it, Double Dog Dare by Lisa Graff. We're going to introduce our students first. Thank you. So, go ahead and tell us your first name and whose class you're in.
I'm Natalie, and I'm in Miss Morris' class. I'm Caroline, and I'm in Miss Giddings' class.
I'm Anne, and I'm in Miss Giddings' class.
I'm Mackenzie, and I'm in Miss Coker's class.
I'm Kylie, and I'm in Miss Coker's class.
I'm Ella, and I'm in Miss Morris's class. I'm Ainsley, and I'm in Miss Bird's class.
I'm Olivia, and I'm in Miss Whitley's class.
Go ahead, Cassidy. Cassidy, you start.
I'm Cassidy, and I'm in Miss Whitley's class.
I'm Michael, and I'm in Miss Coker's class.
I'm Wyatt, and I'm in Miss Coker's class also.
Wonderful, wonderful. First of all, how many of you liked the book? Oh, wow, wow. I think we have a unanimous showing here. Yay. And I really want to say thank you for coming on to Book Talk and talking about how you liked it. I'm here with Ms. Keltner.
Good morning. Hi.
And we're here to talk about the book. Okay, who would like to give a summary of the book? Okay. Kylie?
Or Caroline.
There were two kids, Francine and another boy, and they were doing dares in the media book club to see who would get to be the next announcer on the morning news.
Oh, wow. I loved how she didn't give away the ending. Okay, so how were they going to resolve the issue of who was going to be the anchor person on the news?
Ainsley.
They were going to dare each other to do that, and their friends were going to tell them what dares they had to do. And the first one to give up and say, okay, I can't do any more dares would lose, and the other person gets to be the news anchor.
Great. What were some of the dares they had to do?
Libby.
Francine dared Kansas to string his underpants up on the flagpole.
That was a crazy one. Kylie.
Kansas had to wear a tutu to school.
That's right. Mackenzie. Did you have one?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. Ella.
Francine had to dye her hair green.
Caroline.
The boy had to put on a sparkly white tutu.
That's right. Were there any more that you remember? Cassidy. Get the microphone, honey.
Okay. I think, let's see. Oh, Kansas had to spin around in his chair during being news anchor for the morning news.
Mm-hmm. Wyatt, one more.
Francine had to eat 87 packets of ketchup.
Yeah, I remember that one. That's right. Good. All right.
Oh, my goodness. Who do you think had the worst dares?
Who hasn't answered? Anybody yet? Let's go to Mackenzie real quick.
Kansas.
You think so? Ella, do you want to give your opinion?
I think Francine.
Is there a why in there? Why do you think they had the
I think
which one?
dyeing your hair green is like really bad, and then eating all those ketchup packets.
With no fries to go with them, right? Libby?
Francis, because, Kansas, because he ended up having to string his underpants up the flagpole and spinning around in his chair, and he said that when he spins around in his chair, he gets dizzy and it makes him get
Sick, I know, that's right. Wyatt?
I think Kansas because he had to wear the tutu to school.
Boys don't wear tutus, do they, typically? Not too often. Michael, did you have an answer you wanted to give?
No.
Okay. All right. One more, Caroline.
Francine, because she had to write Francine was here in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, Well, there were some interesting dares, weren't there?
Why do you think Mrs. Sparks, the teacher in charge, why do you think she let them do it that way? Why do you think she let them resolve their issue with the dares? Did she know about it?
Yes.
Michael?
I think that she just wanted to see them like be happy and just interacting with each other maybe.
Can start.
Because two people really wanted to be the one news anchor.
Okay.
So she thought they could do something against each other.
Anne?
Well, she was the kind of teacher who let the students resolve it any way they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't really say no to it.
Mm-hmm. Libby?
She was the kind of teacher who said, like Ann said, but she was trying to get them to, two people decided they wanted to be news anchor, so they were trying to solve it, and Kansas comes up with an idea, and they were all like, okay, that sounds like a good idea, so she let them do it.
Now, Francine and Kansas seemed to be at odds. They were going against each other, right? But there was something that they learned about that brought them together, something in common that they had. Can anybody comment about that? Ainsley?
Both of their parents were divorced, and they both felt bad about it because Kansas's dad never really hung out with them. They didn't even know where he lived, and it was kind of crazy because there was just two family members, and they didn't know which one they were supposed to be with. And when they found out, they knew it was both hard for them.
Okay. Do we want to clarify the divorce, or we can keep going?
Yeah. Okay. Which job do you think is better, being behind a camera or being in front of the camera? What do you think?
Yeah, that kind of goes to our own media show here that we have. Let's see. Michael?
I think behind the camera because it would just be fun to like film stuff. I've been really into filming, just filming, just the woods or something.
Mm-hmm. And you have experience with somebody that's been in front of the camera.
Yeah, my dad, he was a news anchor.
That's
so.
right. Has he talked about how difficult that job has been in front of the camera?
He thought it was pretty easy.
Oh, well, that's good. Our cameramen right now have been going crazy just so that you can't see them. They think that's the best answer. But who has a different answer? Libby?
I think they're both important because the camera person would be like, if you didn't have a camera person, how would you go to Miss Keltner and Dr. Poole on our media show? And if you didn't have a news anchor, how would you say, what is our lunch today?
That's right. Good point.
You get what I mean? So
Good.
they're both very important.
Awesome. Ella, did you want to make a comment about that?
Mine was, I kind of agree with Libby because you couldn't really do anything if you didn't have a camera person. You couldn't air it, but then the same with the news anchors. You couldn't like go on to like talk and stuff.
Good. Anybody from the back row? Ann?
I think behind the camera is better because you kind of control what you see. And if you don't have it behind the camera, like if you had just let the camera be there and you were filming it, then you couldn't really move anywhere or anything.
All right, Wyatt?
I think they both give you a lot. I think they both give you a lot of power because if you say something like if you for some reason just blurt out a bad word or something, you can't cut it out because it's live. And if you're behind the camera, you can just move the camera. So it'd be looking at the door right now.
All right. Caroline?
I think behind the camera because you can experience how to work the camera and for a future job.
That is very true. I think you guys are definitely learning a lifelong lesson with WDTS. And you guys will get to do that in the next couple of years. So many of you are third and fourth grade.
Yes. And I was going to say, their faces are lighting up.
They are.
They're so excited
They made a
about
connection.
being on the news crew. Raise your hand if you'd like to be a camera person. Raise your hand if you'd rather be on the news in front of the camera.
There you go. Our
Okay.
future news anchors up there.
Okay.
Very good.
So who really wanted to be, who do you think would be better at being the news anchor?
Oh, Francine or Kansas? Is that
Yes,
okay,
Francine or
gotcha.
Kansas. Sorry.
That's okay. Michael?
I think Francine, because when Kansas was spinning in the chair and he threw up, I think, on the news, it was live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just like ours.
Because, like, the students might not think he's a good news anchor. And Francine has no reputation of doing that, but Kansas does.
Kansas does. All right. Caroline?
I think Francine because Kansas is really shy. He says that in there because he doesn't like to talk too much to the other kids in the school because he's new.
Gotcha. Anne?
I think Francine, because Kansas didn't really want to do it. He just thought he wanted to like be better than a girl, and he was really good at dares, and he wanted to do the dare war.
Good comment. Ainsley?
When they were voting on who would be the news anchor, Kansas didn't want, he was kind of the new kid in school and he didn't really want to be on the news, but a lot of people thought he would be good at it, so they voted for him, but he didn't want to do it.
Wanted to do it. So what was the changing event, when they kind of realized we might need to find a better way to be happy and to resolve this issue? What was the changing point there? Cassidy?
They I think they worked together for the talent show, and if it won, whoever won would get to be news anchor, but they ended up working together,
Right.
and I'm not gonna get off.
Okay. Who suggested that they work together?
I'm not gonna give up the ending.
No, don't give up the ending. But who suggested that they work together for the talent show? Do you remember? Libby?
Wasn't it Kansas's neighbor that said, "Why don't y'all work together instead of being apart from each other? And that way maybe y'all could both be news anchor."
Good point. Did I jump ahead too much? Go
That's
ahead, Ms.
okay.
Christina.
I just wanted to say, why did they have to do the talent show? What were they going to use the money for?
Ainsley?
That when Kansas was sitting in the chair, he got sick and he threw up on the camera, and so the camera broke, and they had to do the talent show and win the money so they could get a new camera, and so there would be the news again, because if they didn't have that camera, there would be.
That's right. That's right.
Should we say something about who really wanted to be the news anchor?
Yeah.
Should we give that one away or not? Who really wanted to be the news anchor?
Wyatt?
Francine.
Who else? Who else?
Keep going.
Somebody who
Francine?
wasn't Francine or Kansas.
It was
Caroline?
either, I don't really remember, but I think it was either Lewis or Brendan.
Okay. Caroline? What are your ideas?
It was the news anchor at the moment that wanted it the most because she had never missed a day of school because she loved the news so much.
Do we remember her name? Anybody remember her name? Wyatt, you want to try again?
Alyssa.
Melissa?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Alicia, yeah. Who was the one who ended up sabotaging the dares and who went on to the talent show? And remember they said whoever wins the talent show will be the new news anchor? Who was that?
Cassidy?
Brendan, I think. Yes, Brendan. Okay.
Who thought that was a really cool plot twist? I did. I did not see that
I
one.
didn't see that one coming either. No, I got to say that. Let's see. What about the Ruby Goldberg machine? What was the goal of that machine that they built? Anne?
So like pour someone a glass of milk or something.
You just wanted lots of sugar, lots of Coke. Yep.
Who's ever seen a Rube Goldberg machine? Who's ever seen one? I'm going to encourage you to go onto the computer and do some searching. Search out Rube Goldberg machines. They are awesome. They're like many, many, many different steps to do one simple thing. And in this case, it was pouring the glass of milk. And I thought it was kind of cool how they used the tutu and the underwear and the eraser and all the little things that were building up in the book to make this machine.
You want to jump to this one?
Yes.
Who did Kansas really vote for in the end Where did the votes really go? Cassidy?
Kansas voted for Francine, and she thought one of her friends had voted for her and one of her friends had voted for him, but they both voted for him.
Yeah.
So, and he voted for her.
Anybody else want to comment on anything? We're good? Okay.
Excellent. Should we do that last question?
That's one, yep. Sometimes things don't go the way you planned them, and sometimes that was the very best thing that could happen. What do you think of this quote? Caroline?
That expect the unexpected.
That's a good one. It's true. Anne?
Kind of just like Brenton was wanting to be the news anchor because he went on and sabotaged and on the thing and said that, well, they hadn't really voted on the dare for Kansas to wear the tutu to school. Just he wanted to be it so much that he just wanted to make fun of Kansas.
Right. Okay. Anybody else want to comment on that quote? Libby? They're all looking at each other.
I was just going to say that when Brendan said whoever wins the talent show gets to be news anchor, he and somebody else entered to be as a magic show, like to do like a magic something, and so Francine and Kansas figured out that he meant like if he entered and
He won. That's
then
right.
he got to be the news anchor.
Exactly. Any last closing comments on the book? Anything else you want to tell the audience out there about the book?
Or something you thought was really cool?
Libby?
I thought it was kind of disgusting when it was like when Kansas he got dared to spin around in his chair and he got sick. Actually, a lot of kids in this school when he grew up, they grew up, and one person actually grew up.
Yeah.
So
I kind of feel the same way when I see, yeah. Doesn't make you feel so good. Cassidy?
I thought it was interesting that, let's see, Francine became friends with Guinea, Kansas's younger sister. And then when she ate a peanut and she had to go to the hospital, well, a granola bar, and had to go to the hospital, Francine came and saw Kansas was his older brother, her older brother, sorry.
Caroline?
When the principal caught Francine in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, maybe I should be patrolling the restrooms. No, you guys are good. Ainsley?
When Kansas's dad came to town, he said that they were going to go to a week off after school and he would pick them up. But he never got there, and when Kansas called him, he said that he was halfway back to where his home was, which was like all the way across the country. So he was really sad, and that's why Jenny ate the peanut, because that she knew that if she went to the hospital, she thought her dad would come back, but he didn't end up coming back
When she got it. Yeah. All right. One more. Wyatt?
I was gonna say, I think the funniest there was the one with the marshmallows, because that kind of made me think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Boy.
Waddling around. That's true. Good point.
You guys have made some awesome comments and suggestions to the book. Would you suggest it to everybody else reading the book if they haven't read it yet? Yes. Okay. Let's hear a big yes.
Yes!
Okay. Well, next month we're going to be talking about Melonhead, and which is another really cool Sunshine State Reader book. So read that one so you can come back on Book Talk. Okay.
There you go.
Last
All right.
comments, Miss
Thank you, Trailblazers. No, you guys did a great job. You hit a lot of details in the book, and keep reading, Trailblazers.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you very much.